Let's take you through the starting grid for Junior Rotax Super Heat B. 19 drivers in competition. And from pole position, it will be Boaz Maximov. Alongside will be the UK's Max Cuthbert, Cameron Nelson and Thomas Ingram Hill round out row 2. Noah Janssen and Armand Hamilton, row 3. Adas Majalskis and Martin Lichner, row 4. Row 5, Hannes Zuberfeld and Jorn Kasper Joipera, representing Germany and Estonia, respectively. Theodor Tubal from Estonia and the UK's Zane Quaker, who's getting a little bit of love in the chat on YouTube, starts on 11th and 12th, respectively. Ryan Bourguignon, Carl Christian Tokru, representing France and Estonia, round out row 7. Row 8, Vlad Tomanchuk from the UK and Vitti Veninen from Finland. Rounding out the 19 strong, it's Oliver Stedler from Germany, Mika van der Pavert from the Netherlands, and Jensen Pritchard, who's very, very new to karting in the 235 from the UK, starts from 19th. So the drivers now go on to their official formation lap. Ahead of 9 minutes plus an additional lap of racing. After this, we will have 4 more super heats before we go on to our official lunch. Well, we'll have our lunch break, which will be further extended because, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the Drivers' Parade of the 2023 Rotax Max Challenge Grand Festival taking place just after the DD2 Masters Super Heat, which starts at 12:50. The Drivers' Parade will start at about 10 past, quarter past 1 this afternoon. Drivers now making their way out of turn 11 and heading to the 12th and final corner. The red lights ignited on the starting gantry, and at one point, folks, we had over 500 people watching the stream. So come on, share if you're watching on YouTube, share as much as you can. Right then, out of the final corner, they split. The revs rise, the noise increases, the lights are on, the lights are out. We're underway first time here in Super Heat B for juniors. And Max Cuthbert trying to go around the outside. Oh, and there's 3 off. Thomas Ingram Hill, Boaz Maximov and Max Cuthbert are off the circuit, off of turn number 2. And they're all, well, Max Cuthbert straight back onto the circuit. Thomas Ingram Hill and Boaz Maximov trying to push the carts unassisted, but leading the way, it's Cameron Nelson, being followed by Armand Hamilton. Third, it's Noah Janssen. And who is that round the outside of Noah Janssen? That's the 269. That is Martin Lichner. Well, that is a big development. And look at poor old Boaz Maximov, who now knows that Super Heat B is not going any further, and he is out. So Cameron Nelson leads for a brief moment, but through turn 12 on the opening lap, it's Armand Hamilton from Hungary that takes the race lead. Nelson second. And Noah Janssen from Germany rounds out the top 3. Martin Lichner, Adas Majalskis, Hannes Zuberfeld, Jorn Kasper Joipera, and sprinting from 12th on the grid to 8th, it's Manchester's very own Zane Quaker in the 2:44. Then we've got Tubal from Estonia, Tomenchuk from the UK rounding out the top 10. Incredible drama on the opening tour of that race. Boaz Maximov out of it, and that's a real shame for the young man from the Netherlands. But Max Cuthbert and Thomas Ingram Hill are still circulating, but they may find that over the next 7¼ minutes, they might get a second win, might get that added motivational spur to push them forward. And Max Cuthbert is closing in on Jensen Pritchard, I believe. Well, Vitti Väinänen is falling well, is down the order a little bit. Well, Viti Venonen's up to 14th, Mika van der Pavet up to 15th. Carl Christian Tukru in the 2.25 is being caught by Max Cuthbert. So, as I say, expect the unexpected. Further dramas could occur in the next 6.5 minutes or so, plus an additional lap. Looks like Zane Quaker might have just made a move through into turn 7. That could give the young man from Manchester another place up to 7th. That will be a gain of 5 positions. So let's not forget, Quaker started on the outside of row 6 on lights out. And a little bit of a sweep up the inside. That is more than likely going to be Hannes Uberfeld in the 202, which that was. And Zane Quaker has just gone up the inside of Uberfeld. And Majalskis through turn 12. Quaker now is 5th for the minute. Majalskis gets through. Uberfeld tries to get back through, and he does. Then we've got Jarl Kaspar Joipera and Theodor Tulbal not too far behind. Oliver Stedler in the number 206 is up from 17th and now rounds out the top 10. So Armand Hamilton has a brief lead. 0.426 seconds for the man from Hungary. By way of Thornlands in Australia. Father's side of the family is Hungarian. Great to catch up with them earlier on this year at Marienborg. And Armand Hamilton's dad, you owe me a beer, I think. You said you'd sort one out. I don't think we ever got round to it. Hopefully tonight that might be the case. But with 5.25 minutes still to go in this Junior Superheat B here at the Golden Trophy for 2023. The top 4 covered by 9/10 as Martin Lischner now ahead of Noah Janssen for 3rd position. Aras Majalskis not holding on to 5th anymore because Hannes Uberfeld from Germany is now in front. Zane Quaker holding on to 7th position at the minute. And Noah Janssen is the fastest lap of the race, 56.096 seconds. The top 4 very much inseparable at this moment. The same can be said for 5th down to maybe 8th, possibly 9th at best. As Lischner starts to defend against Noah Janssen. Armand Hamilton just trying to keep a steady, consistent pace going in front of Cameron Nelson. And that's at this moment is working. But Cameron Nelson is getting closer by every single turn. Same with Janssen on Lischner for that 3rd place. And Noah Janssen sweeps to the outside to try and get the undercut through turn number 6 onto the Europalan. Great run of speed by Janssen. Is he going to get turn 7? He is, and he gets through on Lischner for 3rd place as Thomas Ingram Hill peels the 2.28. Dan Holland Racing entry into the pit lane. A real shame for the young man as Janssen and Lischner side by side out of turn number 9. Janssen keeps 3rd going into turn 10. And whilst they're battling away, Cameron Nelson in 2nd and Armand Hamilton in the lead are pulling away considerably. The gap last time was half a second. It's now increased by over 1.7 to 2.2. That's what happens when you get embroiled in a battle. Those in front are going to be pulling away. They're going to work together and they'll want to battle each other on their own. That's quite paramount. So the leaders making their way through turn number 8 as the battle for P3 intensifies once again. Janssen on the Gillard chassis ahead of the number 269 of Martin Lischner. There's still nothing to separate them at this moment, neither between the top 2. Cameron Nelson again trying to put the frighteners on Armand Hamilton for the race lead with 2 minutes and 25 seconds plus 1 additional lap remaining in this last superheat for Junior Rotax. 5th is Hannes Uberfeld. Then it's Aras Majalskis, Theodor Tulbal. Zane Quaker rounds out the top 8 ahead of Estonia's Jarl Kaspar Joipera. And Francis Ryan Bourguignon completes the top 10 in the 2.19. Lischner has got back past in the meantime through on Noah Janssen for third place as they go through at turn 7 at the Europalan. And the time is fast ticking away. So Boaz Maximov out on the opening lap. Thomas Ingram Hill out with technical dramas possibly following on from that incident on lap 1. Retires and puts it in the pit lane on lap 4. 17 junior drivers still running. And looks like, yes, we've had a change for the lead. Cameron Nelson has got through on Armand Hamilton for the race lead on lap number 9 with 1 minute and 10 on the timer, plus an additional lap remaining. They head down the Europalan once again, this time on lap 9. Just under 1 minute to go on the timer, plus an additional lap. So we could get a total of 11 laps completed of this 1,360 metre 12-turn circuit here at Genk. Cameron Nelson was in the right window and in the right place at the right time when he got past Armand Hamilton. After this, 2 more laps to go. The lead that Cameron Nelson has over Armand Hamilton after lap number 9 is 2.5 tenths of a second. So a 3/10 pendulum swing, but look at the battle for third. Third has really heated up. It's gone up another gear, so to speak, as Noah Janssen is past Martin Lischner. Hannes Überfeld is now clawing his way all over the back of the 269 for 4th place. There's Majauskis, Quaker, Bourguignon now up to 8th ahead of Turnbull. And there is the move of Überfeld on Lischner. Majauskis now trying to hurry up. The 269 goes sideways, gets through on the curbing at turn 7. And he's through for 5th place. So great work there. Bourguignon gets through on Quaker. And Quaker now looking up the inside of the French driver. All sideways from Zane Quaker. And he goes into the right-hand side of Martin Lischner at turn 10. And also the 221 gets compromised in the meantime. And that was Jon Kaspar Joipera. But Noah Janssen still trying to hold on for third. There's the battle for third, main picture in picture. And also is the race lead, because Armand Hamilton has got through again and retaken the race lead. The final lap is very much underway here at the home of champions. Noah Janssen is trying to hold off countryman Hannes Überfeld for third place as the race leaders make their way down into turn number 10 for the final time. And Hamilton is going to hang on by a finger thread. Out of turn number 12 go the 2 race leaders. And your winner of Junior Rotax Superheat B, it's Armand Hamilton by 0.126 seconds ahead of Cameron Nelson. Gratuleer, Glückwunsch, Noah Janssen holding off Hannes Überfeld to take third at the flag. Anas Majauskis, Ryan Bourguignon. Then we had Theodor Turnbull taking 7th ahead of Mika van der Pavert. Oh, and I've just seen Noah Janssen gets a 5-second time penalty for push to pass. So Überfeld will take third. Max Cuthbert, I have to say, great job recovering to 9th behind Mika van der Pavert. Oliver Stedler takes 10th. Martin Lischner, Carl Christian Tukru, Zane Quaker, Jon Kaspar Joipera, Jensen Pritchard, Viti Väinänen, Vlad Tomenchuk round out the 17 strong. Of course, there will be an amendment through the 5-second time penalty for Noah Janssen, who gets dumped down to 11th. Thomas Ingram Hill out on lap 4 with Boaz Maximov out on the opening lap.